Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Wizard. If any of you guys are running the Orion HCCA like we are, big boxes and a lot of power, tuned low, there's a special point of attention with these subwoofers. I'd like to point out. I call it a failure mode, but I don't know if it necessarily call it that. But if you look at the subwoofer, so this is one assembled with minus the screws, and here's one with the Recone kit, with the Recone removed. And if you look at it here, you've got the steel shims in there, but don't mind those. What I want you to pay attention to is the dust cover here down in the middle. Now it looks like that will be relatively secure, but take a note here. This thing is just magnetized, and it's just sitting down in there. There's really no glue holding that. And so when I initially popped both of these subwoofers apart, these were just floating inside the coil gap. These were floating on top of the coil, on top of the voice coil former here. Not a good situation. See what it does? The flux from the motor tries to pull that thing, if it's loose, toward the center of toward the voice coil there. And what happens is you get a crazy failure mode from the subwoofer, where it looks like the coil is supposed to be black, but look at the inside there. Look at that rubbing inside the coil gap. I'll try to get you, see how it's all the way rubbed through. That comes from that piece floating inside of your subwoofers there. So see all the scrapes? That's what it's been doing. It's scraping that piece up, and it's even scraped all the way through the voice coil former to where you can see the coil wires on the other side there. So I've cleaned it up, but it was a big black mark. And that could probably take an amp with it, I think. But if you guys run HCCAs, just keep that in mind. If you have to, if you're experiencing something crazy, sound from your subwoofer or your amp's doing something crazy, you might want to pop that out, because the fix is pretty simple. You want to put him back in there. Now that's steel, so he's magnetized. And what you want to do is take chemical glue, not something heat-based. So you don't want to put hot glue in that. Okay? What I've got is just some simple Loctite super glue. And I'm gonna just go around the edge of this thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hold it. Oh, look at that. See? And just pop back out. I'll get it glued in there, but here we go. I'll put a good bit. And once that hardens there, it's going to be a chemical adhesion. So it's not going to come back apart if it gets hot. Pressing down in there. But if you making these subwoofers sweep a lot of air up and down, I mean, imagine the pressure that's in there pulling that thing out of there. So pay attention to this little piece right here, guys. All right, keep booming. Got a new coil kit to go in both of these guys here, but just pay attention to that if you've got HCCA woofers and you're running them in big boxes with lots of power. All right, Wizard, keep booming.